Hi student, this is teacher Norjin Pata. So as you can see, we have here our incentive chart. So as for the group 1, we already have 2 stars. Group 2, we have also 2 stars. Group 3, 3 stars. And the group 4 is 1 star. So as we continue our lesson, I have here a picture. So what can you say on this picture? What do you think is it? Very good, group 4. The picture is an abstract line artwork. So, let's add a star on your notebook. Okay, so it is an abstract line work. So, what can you observe on the artwork shown? Very good. Group 1. There are different lines. Okay, let's add another star for the group 1. Okay, there are different lines. As you can see, there are thick lines, there are curved lines, there are straight lines, and there are horizontal lines. Okay, so do you think lines have characteristics and meaning? Yes, very good. Now, we will talk about lines. Okay, and I want you to pay attention carefully, and you may also jot down some important notes. So, in this artwork shown, we can see the different types of lines. We have horizontal lines, vertical lines, broken lines, and even curved lines. So line is one of the most important art elements. Actually, line is formed when we connect 2 points. I will show you. Let me say this is point A and this is point B. So if we connect these 2 points, we will create a line. Okay, so there are 2 groups of lines. We have straight lines and we also have curved lines. So these lines have a big part in creating masterpieces. So for you to understand it clearly, we have here the different types of lines. So when we say horizontal lines, it looks like this. It can be thick or thin. Next is we have the vertical lines. It can also be, it look like this. It can also be thick or thin lines. Next is we have the diagonal lines, or as you can see, it's a slanting. Okay, it can also be thick or thin lines. Next is we have the zigzag lines. Okay, this is the example of zigzag lines. It can also be a thick zigzag lines or a thin zigzag lines. Next is we have the curved lines. So this is a curved line. It can also be thick or thin. Next is we have a broken lines. It can also be thick or thin, or it is just like the horizontal and vertical and diagonal lines, but it is a broken, like as you can see, this is the broken lines. Then we have the wavy lines. It can be either thick or thin. And lastly, we have the double curved lines. Okay. So different lines conveys different messages. So each kind of lines shows a trait or characteristics. So just like for example on the horizontal lines. So when we say horizontal lines, it stands for rest, peace, relaxation, and serenity. So this is one of the example of horizontal lines that shows its characteristics. Next is we have the diagonal lines. So this is the example of diagonal lines. So the characteristics of diagonal lines is that it suggests loss of control. Okay, this is the diagonal lines. Next is the vertical lines. So the vertical lines shows poise, strength, stability, and readiness for action. So this is the example of vertical lines. Oh. Okay. So next is we have the broken lines. So when we say broken lines, these are described as restless. So the example of a broken line. And lastly, the curved lines. So curved lines shows action and energy. They are also tend to be restless. So this is the example of a curved line. So again, what is line? Yes, group 3. Very good. Line is one of the most important art elements. So let's add a star on your group. Okay, group 3. Okay. So what are the two groups of line? Yes, group 4. Very good. The two groups of line are the straight line and the curved line. So let's add a star on your notebook. Okay. So what about the lines under straight group? Yes, group 2. Very good. So the lines under straight group are the horizontal line, vertical line, diagonal line, and the broken line. So let's add a star on your notebook. Very good. So what about in the curved line? What are the lines under curved line? Yes, group 3. Very good. The lines that are under and the curved lines are the wavy lines, double curved lines, and the curved lines. Okay, let's add a star on your notebook. Okay, so very good, class. You also have to remember that lines brings different tone to the artwork we are doing. It gives the artwork the distinct characteristics. Okay, so now let's see your updated score in our incentive chart. Okay, so for the group 1, you got 3 stars. Group 2, you also got 3 stars. Group 3 has 5 stars. And the group 4 got 3 stars. Okay, so congratulations everyone. Keep up the good work.